Bill Lee announced Wednesday he is sending 50 more state troopers to Shelby County. The governor says he's been working for months with the Trump administration to develop a strategic plan to combat crime in Memphis. Besides more state troopers, sources tells News Channel 3 the National Guard may soon be deployed.
We're going to be announcing another city that we're going to very shortly. We're working it out. The governor of a certain state would love us to be there, and the mayor of a certain city in that same state would love us to be there.
President Trump deployed the National Guard in Washington, D.C. a month ago, and he makes no secret about his hopes that D.C. will serve as a template for crime fighting in other Democrat-led cities that he describes as, quote, hellholes.
Yeah, you heard that right. Memphis leaders are calling on Trump, saying crime is so bad we might need the National Guard in the streets. But hold up. Is Memphis really the crime capital? Or is this just politics making things look worse than they are?
It's already bullcrap here, enough bullcrap. They're gonna bring chaos because people feel like they're being targeted at that point.
The police ain't fixed the crime, and they paid to do it. What is the National Guard coming here gonna do?
You can see why people feel that way. But here's the reality. Memphis has been hot. Just look at what went down on Beale Street.
Don't do it, little bro.
He says in that moment the suspect looked at him again with hesitation.
He did, conscience did kick in, but I guess the anger and the rage was going on, the fight, and he lost it.
A night out turns into chaos, bullets flying, people running for cover, and now the city's left asking if crime is spinning too far out of control. Police didn't just arrest a 16-year-old for the Beale Street shooting. They say his own mother, Suntria Stackins, tried to help cover it up.
The 16-year-old arrested in a 901-day shooting will stay in custody. He's facing several charges, including attempted second-degree murder. His mother, Suntria Stackins, is also charged as an accessory, but she has been released. The shooting happened September 1st near Beale Street. A 17-year-old was shot in the arm and in the stomach.
Now she's facing charges as an accessory after the fact. Think about that. A mother and son both tied into the same shooting that's got the whole country looking at Memphis.
Suntria Stackins sat quietly in court Friday with her arm propping up her head. The 49-year-old eventually headed up to face the judge, where she was arraigned.
Accessory after the fact. That charge carries 1 to 6 years if you're convicted, do you understand?
Instead of saying she understood, she told the judge she was dealing with, quote, a lot of mess. The judge stopped Stackins before she could say too much. But outside court, she was ready to share with your news leaders what landed her here in the first place. She told us what started off as an ordinary Wednesday, with the only thing spicy being what she had for lunch.
So I ate 3 wings and I get ready to go to work.
But she never made it there as things took an unexpected turn.
They really just knocked. They never did say, where is he? They really just knocked softly.
Those knocking were law enforcement agents, but why they were there was part of the midday mystery. Stackins says she eventually started walking to her car before realizing she was walking into something more serious.
And I was pulling out my garage, getting it up, and boom, her sniper's drawn.
Snipers drawn is how she described her interaction with those trying to track down her 16-year-old son. But she claims she was under the impression an earlier argument with someone else is why she thought detectives were there until they asked for her son by name.
And then they asked me, who is Josh? And I said, that's my son. And they said, can we speak with him? And I asked, why?
As it turns out, her son was wanted for allegedly being a trigger man in this Beale Street shooting Monday night.
So they proceeded to, do whatever and get him out. But they put me in the back of the car. They questioned him downtown without me being present. I told them that was illegal. And they told me, no, it was not.
After the arrests, it wasn't just about charges. The victim's family had something to say. They've been reading all the comments online, people speculating about what happened on Beale Street, even turning it into a fight narrative. But the family says no. Their loved one wasn't out there buying a hoagie or looking for trouble. They want it clear. This wasn't some back-and-forth fight. This was their loved one's life.
And I already said, Mama, they ain't got to worry about me coming back outside. And it shouldn't even be like that. This is against the law, but I ran every red light getting downtown. I really did to get to my baby, but by the time I got there, they was already pulling off.
Tycia Allen, standing with her sister Victoria, says they were together waiting to hear from her son so she could pick him up when they got the call.
I'm sitting on the bed and she like, I don't know the number. So she answered and the boy was like, where you at? I'm calling for T-Main. He just got shot.
T-Main, or 17-year-old Tamarius, is Alan's son who was critically injured this past Monday on Beale Street. She says now Tamarius is recovering at Regional 1. His road to recovery, a journey, as Alan says she is trying her best to be strong for her son.
He's not in good spirit, though. He had his questions like this morning, they came in and checking his bandage and he like, Mama, I'm sick of this stuff. Like, I know son.
The family says they had no intentions of speaking out until they saw public comments online.
He ran across a post that said he should have got shot in his head.
Yeah. Wow.
It didn't really bother him because, we here now. God bless you to be here.
Alan, clearing the air, says any rumors circulating online of her son's involvement in the fights on Beale are false.
My son, he not no son. He done had been in trouble, but this would never have been no trouble he would have gotten as far as a gun. He get into boy trouble, fights, and but a gun, no.
I just know I seen the video and it was a fight or whatever, and I don't even know how my nephew got hit. From my understanding, he got hit from trying to protect somebody else.
The family says right now they are focusing on Tamarius' recovery and calling for more security measures downtown.
They need more cameras out there also because a lot of people weren't even trying to help. Everybody and their mama had their phones out.
And the family ended with something everybody in Memphis can feel. They said downtown needs more security. When the shooting started, nobody was helping, nobody was protecting. People just pulled out their phones and recorded. To them, that's the real problem. The streets aren't safe and regular people are left on their own. And that's the same frustration the mayor and governor are talking about. If Memphis police can't keep Beale Street under control, do you bring in the National Guard, or does that cross the line? That's the question dividing this city right now.
Hey. Plug talk. You're looking at the plug. Understand how the fuck my plug talk. Ooh, you know I got it.
Brought to you by Daily Plug.
Yeah.